Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing some Ultimate Fishing Simulator. It's a really great fishing game, I really recommend it, but let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be playing the new Sandbox mode, and my goal is to catch some Greenland Shark, because in the normal mode I'm usually not able to catch them because I'm just not a high enough level. I think I'm level 17, and you need to be at least like level 21 in order to get good enough gear to catch the shark. I caught one, so I guess that's not completely true, but it was just really hard and you can't catch the big ones. So I'm going to try out the new Sandbox mode and just see how this goes, if I can catch some big Greenland shark. This is part of the Greenland DLC on the game. The only DLC I don't have is the New Japan one. But yeah, this is probably the most realistic fishing game I've played. I really enjoy it because it's just a nice break from the competition in Fortnite and whatnot that I usually play. Alright, so first things first, I want to update my gear. So we're going to do a casting reel. As you see, since it's Sandbox mode, I have all of this gear already. It looks like it just has you, instead of just having unlimited of everything, it just gives you 5 of each. It's interesting. I wonder if it does that for the baits and the lures. Okay, it gives you 99 of each lure. I guess if you want to buy more, you have $90,000. That works. And then baits, yeah, I have 99. Okay, so what we're going for with Greenland Shark is most things I've noticed in the Greenland DLC you can catch just with a normal like float and lure. So with the shark, I'm just going to do the same thing, or at least start out trying to do that, but I'm going to just use the biggest hook size because they're one of the biggest fish on the game. Let's see, we got durability 96 kilograms. Oh wait a sec, that reminds me. I'm going to change my options. I'm going to change to Imperial. That way it has pounds. I like pounds better. Turn down my quality just a little bit so it doesn't lag too much. Oh wait, I'm actually going to turn off motion blur as well. I normally have all these settings set up, but I just started this Sandbox account. You have to create a separate account, or not a separate account, but a separate profile on the game in order to play Sandbox. Alright, so back to the inventory. Alright, so we have a 211 pound rod, and then we have 195, 181. There's a difference in the lengths. I don't really know what the difference in length does. Maybe casting distance? I'm gonna just use the furthest one to the bottom, the one that's the longest and has the biggest durability. Okay, reels. Casting reels. Go all the way to the bottom. Deep sea. Alright, we have one that has 140 pound durability, one that has 171, but the drag precision isn't as good on the heavier one. I'm not super worried about drag precision, so we'll go with the heaviest. Lines. Yeah, usually on my other account, my normal one, that's not Sandbox, I think I'm up to 17, so I usually use probably this line. for the deep sea fishing, and it just doesn't hold up to those those Greenland shark. Not the big ones, at least. They pull out the line too far. Alright, so I'm just gonna do the furthest to the bottom. Deep sea, or Deep Sea W100. Floats, I kind of like the really big float, this Dakino STY E90, just easiest to see. It has optimal weight, 18 grams, so that's like the amount of weight you have to put on it for it to float right. So in order to add weights, you go to other, float weight. Wait, I already have float weights, so I could probably just equip it straight. So I'm gonna just put it up to 18. If you just drag this slider, you can change the amount of weights you have. Alright, so 18 grams. Hooks. We'll just do the biggest hook they have. So usually, the hook sizes are kind of weird, like, I'm not exactly sure how they match up with how many pounds the fish is, but I know that the smallest size is number 12, and then it goes up as you go down in number, so it goes from 12 to 8 to 6 to 4 to 2. 2 is bigger than 12, and then once it gets to 1, it goes in reverse. It goes to these. It goes 1 and then 1 0, and then 2 0, and then 6, or a bunch of others, and then 6 0, 7 0, 8 0. The biggest is 12 0. So I'm gonna just use the biggest. Switch it to 12. Okay. Baits. So I found that for the Greenland Shark, usually cut baits work really nicely. I guess you can buy the live baits. They're more expensive. I don't know if they work better. I actually haven't tried, but you can tell what fish is attracted to which bait by just reading this, and also you can look at the encyclopedia to see what luring methods they like, what times, weather conditions. So it's pretty cool. I probably won't be doing any luring, so I probably don't need to look at this yet, maybe in another video. So yeah, I'm gonna just do, let's see, oh wait, I'm still on. Okay, so for rod set number 2, I'm using my biggest hook. So for my bait, I'm just gonna equip 2 small cut baits and a big cut bait. Alright, probably equip a bite indicator, because you can put it on like a little rod pod and it'll jingle whenever they start biting. Probably put some ground bait, smelly fish. Let's see, do Greenland Shark like this? Oh yeah, there they are. Greenland Shark, Goblin Shark. Some other stuff you can catch here is Atlantic cod, Greenland cod, Atlantic halibut, salmon. There's a whole bunch of big fish. I really like fishing. This Greenland DLC is probably my favorite map. That should be good. I'm not doing any feeder fishing. So yeah, I think I'm ready. Now I'm just gonna equip number 2. Alright, so if you press H, you can turn on hunter vision, and it allows you to kind of see the fish on the water. You can also use you know, the fish finder in the boat. So I'm gonna go back to the boat view and drive it until there's a little bit bigger of fish around me. You can kind of tell by the size of the dots. So we're looking for like the really big dots. There's the shark. Okay, there's a couple. Thought I saw more than that. Oh, there. I'll turn over here. It's pretty much, I mean, it seems to be alright if you get like right next to the fish. It doesn't even, it's like they don't get scared away or anything. I haven't noticed at least. Where are these? I don't see any shark in the water. They're pretty obvious. They're so big. I'm gonna just go straight a little ways, see if I can find something. Looks like we're at the edge of the map. There's a group of fish. Still look pretty small. Yeah, you can actually do, there's a bunch of different fishing methods in this game, and one of them is trolling, so like I can cast the line out, put it on the rod pod, and then start driving the boat. And you can go back to the fishing view, and the boat just keeps on driving. It's pretty cool. I'm not seeing anything. I usually see more fish out here. It's completely blank, wow. Two hours later. Okay, we got two big ones in front. So I'm gonna try this. Go to the front of the boat. Yes, that is a Greenland shark. It's huge. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out in the water out here. It's the only unrealistic thing about this game, I guess, is that the fish aren't really scared of the boat. I know there's a realistic game mode, like there's a sandbox, and then the normal, and then realistic. Realistic, they might be a little bit more skittish. So yeah, I have my mouse. With my mouse I can adjust the drag, and this game also works with the controller. If you press C, you can switch to the underwater cam, which, I don't know, that's probably the only downside of this game, is the underwater cam isn't the best, but I don't usually use it. I'm going to turn my drag up to about 43, well, yeah, 57, and just wait. Oh, that's not a Greenland shark, that looks like a goblin shark. So you want to wait until it hits the line a couple times. Whoa. Turn my drag down. You want to wait until it hits the line a couple times before you set the hook. Watch me turn my drag all the way down. This fish is being kind of weird. Usually the tension goes up slowly until it gets to the red, but this one's just like staying really low and then flying up all of a sudden. When it's red, you need to turn that drag down and stop reeling. It might just be this reel. I'm not used to using this good of a reel. Maybe that's just how it behaves. But usually I try to like wear the fish out by turning up the drag, reeling a little, and then pulling like this, wearing that fish out. Yeah, it's not an exact science. This one's, again, this one's being really weird in how it's fighting. So I'm just gonna kind of reel until it gets red. And it keeps flashing red. But yeah, you can probably try luring. I really like some of the luring methods in this game. How you have to actually do, you really have to do it a certain way, otherwise the fish aren't attracted at all. There's certain very specific luring methods, and it's kind of cool. But for everything in the Greenland map, the bait works just as good as luring. Yeah, now the fish is coming in. I think it's just this line. This line's really tight, I guess. Not line, reel. So it's pretty easy to wear this fish out without having to do much work. I may actually switch to my other line that I usually use just to kind of see, or just to kind of show what you usually have to do to get one of these fish in. It's usually tough to get them wore out before they get to max line. Like, I think my max distance on my other account is like 800 feet. So once they get to that point, the line runs out and you lose the fish. So you have to try to get the fish to wear out before that point. And that's usually why I don't catch Greenland shark. They always pull it past there. I'm going to turn up my reel speed, because this fish is coming in pretty easy. I think, again, this is a goblin shark, not a Greenland shark. I could just tell by the shape when it went to bite. Yeah, it's definitely a goblin shark. It looks like it's getting a little bit of a second wind. It's definitely a big fish. Just gonna turn my drag completely off. It's kind of useless at this point. So even with the biggest hook size, it's still tough to really target Greenland shark because all these fish are so big in this map. There he comes. There we go. Goblin shark. 86 pounds. New record. Well, of course it's a new record. It's the first fish I've caught. Okay, so usually when you catch your fish in this game, you can release it for more experience or sell it. I always sell it because you already get experience just from catching the fish. You don't need more. But I mean, I guess if you really want that little bit of experience from releasing it, you can. Okay, that's definitely a goblin shark. I mean, a Greenland shark out there. And we'll target that. So yeah, if I press H, oh, okay, there's two that I can see now. The hunter vision, when you press H, only lasts a few seconds, and if you're not playing in Sandbox, you have to unlock the hunter vision, and the more you upgrade it, the longer it lasts. And you can unlock it by leveling up. So yeah, it's a really relaxing game. It's good for if you're just hanging out or watching videos or something. You can just stick the pole on the rod pod and use the little bait indicator, and it'll start ringing when a fish bites, and you could be doing something else and then just come over and start playing. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so they bumped it. Second bump, I go. I don't even know what this is. I actually don't think this is a shark. This is probably like a cod or something, but we'll see. We shall see. Seems to be working fine at 14 drag. Again, it's not really being very consistent with the tension. It just kind of flies up to red all of a sudden. I don't know if it's this reel. I'm just not used to this deep sea reel. Usually I have to like sit here and fight it. And pull it in. Reel, pull it in. And it depends on the map. Like some of the fish fights are pretty easy. And then Greenland I think is one of the more challenging. Like even some of the bigger fish on the other maps aren't as hard as the smaller fish on Greenland. It's kind of weird. Not completely, but I mean that's mostly just because Greenland has mostly big fish. But for instance, if you're fishing at I forget what it's called. I think it's St. Leno's Lakes. There's like a bunch of carp, and they get up to like 80 pounds, and those things are pretty easy to bring in with a good reel. But I could be battling a, 20-30 pound cod from Greenland, and it's even harder than that. But I really like fishing at St. Leno's Lakes because you can do feeder fishing there for the carp, and I enjoy feeder fishing. Again, it depends on the fish. There are some fish that will bite pretty much anything. Some prefer certain things like luring or ground baits. Not ground baits, but feeders. This thing's wearing out. It actually does look like a shark now that I'm looking at it. It looks like a Greenland shark. It's not very big. Yeah, it's definitely a Greenland shark. Greenland shark's a little bit darker than the goblin shark, and it's also kind of fatter. Wow, it's actually pretty big. Almost 300 pounds. That's the biggest fish that I've caught, I think. But it's still pretty small for a Greenland shark. So yeah, if I sell that, actually, I'm in Sandbox mode, so selling it and releasing it doesn't do anything for me because I'm already max level and I guess max money. But anyway, let's see if there's anything still out here. Okay, we got some Greenland shark still. Yeah, I'm gonna just throw it out again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try using a not as good reel, just to kind of show you the fighting involved. I think, is it this reel? No, it's this one. This is the reel that I have on my other account. I'm gonna equip that. I'll keep the heavy line and just see if that helps at all. If it makes it easier, then on my other account. I think line does the most as far as how fast you can reel in a big fish. Line has the biggest effect on the tension. So yeah, it's pretty chill. It's a nice break from Fortnite or Rocket League or whatever you play. And this is just one of the DLC maps. There's a ton of maps just already on the game. And then there's a lot of DLC ones. But the game's just as fun either way. The first map is kind of small. So that's kind of what I was expecting when I first got the game. Because all you can do is like walk around the lake. But then I got to some of the later maps and I was pleasantly surprised with how big they were. Some of them you can walk all the way around, or you can just ride in a boat or whatever. This one's just ocean. Alright, are there any fish nearby? Okay, that fish looks kind of like it's coming toward the bait, but no, it's not. Ooh, what's that splash to the right? No, he's not coming either. I'm not sure if having multiple lines in the water actually help you get a bite faster, because you can do that with the rod pods, and then just troll with a couple lines in the water, but I don't know if that actually helps them bite faster. Okay, there's a goblin shark. I really hope that Greenland shark to the left, that big green blob, comes over. Or maybe that other big green blob. Consider using a bigger hook. I have the biggest hook size. Wait, let me check. It's at 12. From smallest to biggest. The biggest is 12. That's weird. Are they pranking me? Oh, there it goes. That looks like a goblin shark. Oh well. I was kind of hoping for a Greenland, but that's alright. Alright, I'm gonna turn up my drag on this one. Yeah, this is a little bit more like what I usually get. No, it's still flying up to red though. Weird. Try turning up my drag a lot. Alright, so I think my max on this is like 800 feet, so I can't let it get past that. That other reel I was using just now, that heavy one, I mean, it's got like 1,000 something feet. You're pretty much good on that. But yeah, I love the graphics on this game. But it is kind of resource heavy, I've noticed. Just because the graphics are really good. But you can turn the graphics down. Small fishy. We're out to 6:15. Oh, he looks like he's slowing down though. He's coming in now. Alright, then we'll see how far I can pull him in. Oh, there it comes. Oh yeah, we got him now. Again, it's just a goblin shark. Kind of disappointed, but hey, at least it's something. Really, all the fish in this Greenland map are really fun to get. Excuse me, to catch. Even the halibut and the cod. There's a few smaller ones, I think. I don't usually target those. But sometimes fishing for the small fish is fun. Just like on some of the other maps. I think on the Amazon map you can catch piranha. It's kind of cool. But they're super easy to catch. I mean, they're tiny. Oop, there it goes, the second wind. But yeah, I'm using keyboard and mouse right now. So I like to sometimes just sit back with the controller. And then you can look in the options menu, it shows you all the controls with the controller. You can actually use both at the same time. Sometimes I'll be using the controller and then I'll use like the keyboard to do something that I don't know the button for on controller. Like I think switching between views like this. The water view and the boat view. There we go. He's coming in now. It's a nice little goblin shark. Or a nice big goblin shark. 124. That's better than the other one. So yeah, actually I don't know, the sandbox mode is nice in that you have everything unlocked, but it's kind of boring because at the same time because you can't really, like, there's no point in progressing. You don't really get any money, you already have max money. But it's cool just for if you want to just try out the different lakes and the different types of fish before you're able to unlock them. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this video at that, but that's basically how to catch shark. Oh, there's like, see, that's what I want, is that huge Greenland shark right there. That's basically how to catch shark here. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I hope that you'll try out this game for yourself. I think it's $20 on Steam without the DLCs, but I've seen it on sale for 10, and then if you get the, you know, the DLC bundle, it could be maybe 30 or 20 if it's on sale. So, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Wait, I just fell off the boat. That's an interesting glitch. I've never... I think I've seen that once.